Visit tcgcastle.com and get 5% discount on your first purchase with TCG Center 5 code. How's it going, guys? Once again, welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, we'll be looking for, in my opinion, most interesting deck to play and the funniest deck to play in the standard format at this moment. So it's a Umbreon-GX featuring 3 evolution lines, a Flareon, Vaporeon and Jolteon from the ancient origins. Each of these evolutions can provide your Umbreon-GX with 1 extra type. So Flareon can actually add fire type, Jolteon can add electric type, and Vaporeon can add a water type to your Umbreon-GX. Why is that special? Because Shadow Bullet in this case can go for 90 times 2 if our opponent Pokemon is weak on a darkness, if it's weak on a fire, if it's weak on a water, if it's weak on a lighting type. Yes, so we can strike for 4 different weakness types with Umbreon-GX. And also with Professor Kukui, we can go for 220. And that's going to be more than enough to one-hit knockout Eevee-EX, to one-hit knockout Lurantis. Is it? Or not? Not sure. Never mind. Yeah, it is. He have 210, I think. It's going to be more than enough to knock out everything that's under 220 or it's 220 HP. So a lot of different combos with Umbreon. But also with Zoroark, we can go with the Mind Jack for 10 plus 30. And also with that Eevolutions, we can double that amount of the damage. So we can one-hit knockout also Solgaleo GX, for example, with Zoroark Mind Jack. So that's just powerful. But of course, we need to have Zoroark and we need to have Flareon both at the same time on the bench. 16 Pokemons in total, 34 trainer cards and 10 energies. Yeah, I know, I'm running also this deck as a disruptive version of the deck. So there is 4 Crushing Hammers, there's 1 Enhanced Hammer, there's a Team Flare Grunt, a Delinquent. So yeah, it's more a balanced, it's balanced and built to be a control deck instead of just rush deck with crazy damage amount with the max elixirs and stuff like that. So I decided to go with full control in this version of the deck. So 4 copies of Energy Evolution Eevees, 1/1/1 line of Flareon, Vaporeon and Jolteon, 3 copies of Umbreon-GX, and then I'm running 1 copy of Shaymin just for the setup and 2 copies of Zorua and Zoroark as a backup attacker, and of course for that stand-in retreat in case, and 1 Jirachi with the Stardust. Very important. A lot of decks these days are probably gonna go with those Rainbow Energies, Double Colors Energies, Special Energies, whatever they are. So Stardust can buy us a turn or maybe more turns to set up, and of course to discard always Special Energy. 4 Crushing Hammers, flip a coin in case discard 1 energy from your opponent's Pokemon. That's it. Very good card, but it's on a flip, so 50 chance to hit a heads. 1 Enhanced Hammer, discard Special Energy to attached to one of your opponent's Pokemon. What else do we need to say about that? We can just discard Special Energy from any Pokemon in play. Then, of course, 1 copy of Special Charge and 1 Super Rod. I was also thinking about Brock's Grid, but sometimes playing Brock's Grid can just lose a turn of supporter cards, so Special Charge and Super Rod makes more sense. 4 Trainers Mails, 4 Ultra Balls, and 4 V-Seekers for the best consistency, but you can always, for example, remove 1 Trainer's Mail and 1 Crushing Hammer if you don't feel comfortable with the deck, and add maybe 2 level balls for more Zoruas and more Eevees, and of course for easier Flareon, Vaporeon and Jolteon. But in my opinion, 4 Ultra Balls is just enough because, as always, as you know, if you go first or second, it really doesn't matter. When you attach Double Colors Energy from your hand, you can just search a deck for Umbreon-GX and you can play that evolution without too much problems. Only 1 stadium, which is a Parallel City. Why Parallel City? It's an interesting choice because it can reduce damage from grass, fire, and water for 20, or it can just force my opponent not to have more than 3 Pokemons in play, or it can even remove some of my damaged Pokemons from the bench and keep my opponent from taking 2 extra prize cards, for example, knocking out my Shaymin or Umbreon-GX. From supporter cards, I'm running, as you can see, 7 different supporter cards. 11 in total. 1 Delinquent. It can discard Stadium and force opponent to discard 3 cards from his hand. 1 Hex Maniac, of course, to shut down abilities, only for Greninja and Vileplume. 1 copy of Lysandre, of course. 2 Ents for draw, and 1 Professor Kukui for extra 20 and draw 2 cards. Really like it. 4 copies of Professor Sycamore, of course, and 1 Team Flare Grunt, very situational card to discard a energy attached to your opponent's from your opponent's active Pokemon. No Team School Grunt. I didn't want to play it or whatever the card it's called. 1 XP share, 2 copies of Float Stones for the free treat, and 10 energies, 4 of them double colors, and 6 darkness. Okay, so Volcanion EX. How good or how bad my Umbreon-GX is gonna be? We shall see. Okay, so I'm gonna start first here, and I'm thinking about starting in the front with my Zorua, just because I have the Float Stone, so I have different options to go. Okay, luckily no basic Pokemon, so I can take 1 extra card. That's gonna be very important, especially if I can find something like Ultra Ball. Parallel City will also work for me. I'm gonna put that to my opponent's side so he can have a maximum 3 cards. Of course, energy attachment to my Eevee. So I'm gonna. What? Oh no! What the heck? No, this is not happening. My GX Umbreons are prized. Okay, this is very bad. Not very bad, but also very sad because. Wow, I can't play Sycamore if I get 1. How bad that's gonna be? It's gonna be very bad. Okay, at least Trainers Mail for Ultra Ball, so that's gonna be something. Of course, Professor Kukui for 2 extra cards. Vaporeon. Gosh. I can't even discard my Vaporeon here. So, just the Ultra Ball for that Darkness Energy and for that Crushing Hammer. I'm gonna pick that Shaymin-EX and I'm gonna lock my opponent bench space and set up for 4. Hopefully there's gonna be something else, like another Eevee. Oh no, no Eevee. Okay, time to retreat on the Shaymin. Wish there was at least 1 more Eevee, so I can have turn 2 Umbreon and Vaporeon in play. Unfortunately, it's not gonna happen, but at least I can always discard my Umbreon-GX, for example, and tries to attack my opponent Volcanions with my Mind Jack and Vaporeon. That can also be good, it can be bad. I know that my opponent is capable to Ultra Ball for oh, Scorchy Dirt. Okay, never mind. And a Float Stone. Okay. Baby Volcanion and 3 Steam Ups needed for the knockout. So that's 4 energy cards and Baby Volcanion. It's not that easy to find all those resources. And there is Shaymin, so he have only 1 bench space for now, which means that he definitely needs to find Baby Volcanion in order to start to use those power heaters. So far, it's at the end it definitely does not look that bad. I mean, there is 1 Scorched Earth. Overall, I might get lucky. Maybe that Shaymin was a bad decision. Maybe I should just go with Ultra Ball for another Eevee and keep my Zorua in the front. Somehow I feel that might be a better option, because with the double course energy I would be able to go for 180 in that case with my Umbreon, and also striking 30 on the bench when I think a little bit better about it. But on the other side, overall, I can always just put my Vaporeon on the Eevee and... oh no. Oh, come on, escape rope. Oh, you can't do that to me, mate. Let's assume that he don't have enough energies to knock out my Zorua. Let's just assume that he have maybe 1 energy and nothing else. So I might just survive. Oh, okay, power hitter for 20. Whew. Whew, that was so close. So damn close. Not sure even what to say about that. Not sure even what to say about that. To evolve that Vaporeon or to take the risk. Nah, let's just go with GX and play. Let's be the bad boy. Let's be the bad boys here. What else I have here? Professor Kukui. That means that I can go for 110. Yeah, why not? Sycamore for 7. I'm gonna get more resources. Crushing Hammer. Tails. Okay. Ultra Ball for that Darkness Energy and for that Float Stone. Another Eevee. And Escape. And XP share in it. Okay, so Shadow Bullet definitely. 3 damage counters goes to that Shaymin-EX. Because I can just one-hit knock out those Volcanions. Maybe even Sky Return next turn. Maybe even Sky Return. Maybe even Sky Return next turn. Max Elixir for nothing. Scorched Earth Energy from hand in order to 2 extra cards. Another Max Elixir. Will there be a energy? Yep, it will be. Okay. And power hitter just for 20. So I have a lot of luck right now. All I really need is... yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna go with N, which means that I'm giving my opponent a lot of options here. And also a chance to knock out my Umbreon next turn. But I hope he's not going to be able to do that. So Ultra Ball for the Delinquent and the Darkness Energy. So I can grab another Eevee and put it onto my bench. Simply, I need that. And guess what? I can always use my Dark Cold GX. And I think it's time to do that right now. Okay. 2 energy discarded, so we are at the beginning of the game. I could knock out my opponent Volcanion, but I just want to set up my Flareon somehow in play. And of course, to do that, I need Super Rod. Float Stone. Okay, and Steam Up. Right now, he can add more damage counters just to his basic Volcanion, and he decided to end. So that was definitely a good decision to go with that, the Dark Cold GX, definitely. And Super Rod is here, a 2V Seekers are here, also a double Colorless energy is here, so I'm more than happy that I actually did that. So this is another Steam Up, and right now the base damage of Power Hitter are going to be 80. So as you can see, I have V Seeker, which means if the top deck card, it's going to be Ultra Ball. I can always knock out my opponent Volcanion EX on the bench, because I have Super Rod. and that's so badass. So power hitter, 80 damage, 2 energies of course are gonna be attached to Volcanions with already 1 energy each in play. And top deck is just a Crushing Hammer. Okay, not bad, but another Tails. So unlucky. That's gonna be double Colorless. That's gonna be definitely a Super Rod. Yeah, 4 Crushing Hammers. None of them was heads. A VS Seeker for that Lysandre. What can I do here? I need to deal first damage. I need to deal first damage here. Let it be. Can he get Lysandre? The answer is yes, so better be prepared. Mind Jack can go for 100, or I can Shadow Bullet for 90 and snipe some damage on the bench. Interesting decision. I'm gonna use that Shadow Bullet. Just in case, if this is gonna be Volcanion with Fighting Fury Belt. So he can get 180 and still be short for like a 10. I don't know, also 90 damage here, still short for 10, so very tight situation. Oh gosh, if I only knew that he can't Lysandre, I would hit for 30 and switch to Shaymin. Dang. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, interesting. No energy in his hand. Or maybe actually 3 steam ups for 110. Yeah, energy retrieval. Okay. That's even worse than I was expecting to see. Yeah, I can still knock out one of his Volcanions with my Zoroark, but that's gonna be it. That's just gonna be it. There's also Max Elixir. What do I need? I need definitely to pull my... I definitely need to pull one of my Umbreon-GX from the prize cards, or this game is gonna be over, for sure. So, be seeking for Lysandre in my hand. Yep. Very, very close game. Oh, 1 energy attached. Okay, power hitter. So, a lot of Volcanions with energy cards. Yeah, I need to go for 2 price exchange here. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. Need to go for 2 price exchange. Question is, do I want to attach my double course energy this turn? So I can maybe Sky Return. Nah, I'm gonna keep it in my hand. Mind Jack for 100. Eevee? Oh, Umbreon and Eevee. Whew. So close. Okay, still in the game. That was like 25%, even less, 17%, 15%, doesn't matter. Around 17 to get one of my Flareon Umbreons. Actually more, because I had 2 of them in my prize cards. Never mind. Volcanion can go for the knockout. Still, Volcanion EX probably will go for the knockout. So my best bet is just to Sky Return, I guess. I mean, top deck V-Seeker is the perfect one, because in that situation I can just Delinquent, as example. Crushing Hammers definitely destroys me in this game. And also that decision to put 3 damage counters on his Volcanion EX instead of the baby Volcanion, I think that was the worst decision ever. Second escape rope discarded, because right now I'm gonna be also short for like a 10 with my Sky Return. A V-Seeker for N. Okay, not bad. Yeah, not bad. Not the best, but also not the worst. Draw, I guess. Whew. What to do next? How to win this game? Let's see. What can we do here? Definitely knock out Volcanion and put 3 damage counters to his Volcanion EX with the Float Stone. That's all I can do. I can hit for 30, but probably then he can Lysandre and gets like 3 energies and knocks out my Umbreon. So Shadow Bullet and 3 damage counters. And I need Miracle. Let it be Umbreon. Trainer's Mail. Okay. Okay. So the moment of truth. Can he somehow find enough energy cards for the one-hit knockout against my Umbreon-GX? If not, then I can Shadow Bullet for like a 90 times 2. Interesting choice, energy attachment instead of the steam up. Maybe he tries to find Fisherman here with the Trainer's Mail. Maybe he tries to find another energy retrieval. Another energy retrieval. There we go. So he can recycle 2 energies, which means that he can strike for 190. Not even a Hex Maniac. Not even a Hex Maniac. Oh, Lysandre for Shaymin-EX. Ooh, imagine top deck and then my opponent down to 1. That's gonna be so broken. It's gonna be so broken, but the problem is that I still need one piece of puzzle, which is gonna be Vaporeon. Also, I'm gonna get only 3 cards. And Vaporeon! Oh my gosh! Just like that from nowhere. I'm topping Vaporeon, probably for the victory here. Shadow Bullet, 180, and 3 damage counters, goes down to his bench in Volcanion. Can he get the V-Seeker for Lysandre? I don't know. Even Sycamore can give him a victory here, because he can just then find 3 energies. But more than that, a V-Seeker is a game. And he has V-Seeker in his hand. Oh, come on. Well played. Well played. a volcanic hit for 130, and that's the knockout. Okay, so starting line, it's a Zorua, Shaymin for setup, Enhanced Hammer to Darkness Energies. Okay, interesting hand. Would you like to draw an extra card? Yes, another energy. Gosh, so many energies. Oh, what a nice top deck. That was very nice top deck. Of course, I want to search my deck for Umbreon and also see the rest of the cards. Okay, 3 Eevees, all evolution lines to pick. Jirachi, 1 Crushing Hammer, 1 Umbreon prized, 1 Ultra Ball prized, looks like 1 V Seeker is prized. No, it's in my hand. Okay. Oh, what the heck? Only 1 Sycamore? Ooh, this definitely looks bad. Ultra Ball for V-Seeker and Energy card. Thinking about getting 1 more Eevee. Is it worth to set up right now? I don't know if I need extra cards, maybe like a Float Stone. Let's see what we can find with the Shaymin. Maybe Jirachi and Float Stone are not gonna be that bad. Okay, there is a Float Stone, and more than that, I'm gonna just stay in the front, take the risk maybe of the knockout, or maybe just promote my Umbreon-GX in the front. Let's go with the Umbreon in the front. I mean, I'm afraid about that Team Flare Grunt. That's my biggest concern, a Team Flare Grunt. Oh, Scizor on the other side. Okay. Probably a lot of energy disruptions also going to be on the other hand. So I need to set up my Flareon as fast as I can, and I need to start one-hit knockout my opponent's Scizors. And of course, if it's somehow possible to knock out that Garbodor, because once Garbodor managed to block my ability, my options are going to be very, very limited. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I wish my opponent plays something like Shield Energy, so I can maybe disrupt them with my Enhanced Hammer. But looking at that Max Elixir, I wouldn't say so. Well, that was a perfect hand. That was a perfect hand. So Max Elixir Energy from hand, Hoopa for 2 more Scizors and Shaymin. What else you need? You have already 3 attackers in play. One of them is ready to rock and roll. You just need to pull a Float Stone. Yeah, and Float Stone, and that Gale Trust is gonna be for 110, and that's very painful. Especially where on the other side, my Umbreon is just alone. But okay, so double Colorless Energy and Flareon, and there we go. I might be able to surprise my opponent from nowhere. One hit knocking out his Scizor. No, he passes the turn. Okay. Okay, not that bad. Time for the Zoroark, of course. Time for some Trainers Mail and maybe Sycamore, or just a Lysandre. Lysandre seems like a good idea. Ultra Ball also seems like a good idea, but nothing else is good in my hand. Is it even worth to pull that Lysandre? It's not. It's not. So let's just grab it. Why not? I can have it for next turn. Oh my gosh, if I just right now use my Dark Hole GX and discard 2 energies, this is gonna be so bad. But at least, maybe I buy turn right now. Maybe. That's just maybe. Because another Max Elixir and Energy can be easily performed by my opponent. Alright, Ultra Ball. It's gonna be for Mega Scizor, not for the Garbodor. I don't think so. Another Trubbish discarded, which is a good sign, definitely, because my opponent still don't know what type of the deck probably I'm playing, and he probably don't expect to see Flareon. Still, with the Flareon I can go for 180, of course, if I can even find a energy card. Sycamore on the other side. Alright, so 1 Mega Turbo and 1 Float Stone is all he really needs. Looks like none of these two cards are in his hand, and Trainers Mail for Spirit Link. So I might survive for like a 1 more turn with my Umbreon. That's gonna be more than enough to strike for 30 and run down to my Shaymin on the bench. Yeah, I'm gonna let my opponent knock out that Shaymin. He can have that Shaymin. I have very limited hand at this moment. This is so painful to even watch. I'm also thinking about maybe using that Lysandre. Oh, nice top deck, a double Colorless energy. Well, with that double Colorless energy, I have access. I have access to knock out one of his Pokemons for 160 with my Mind Jack. And somehow I think that is actually a vert to knock out that Shaymin on the bench and grab 2 prize cards. I don't know why, but this sounds like the best option for now. So let's just go with that Mind Jack for 160. I wish I could go for 170, maybe 180, but 2 prize cards for me, XP Share and another Zoroark. Alright, so limited at this moment. Very limited. At least I have VC for another round of the Lysandre. But that is just it. Wish there is something like a Lysandre in my opponent's hand. It's a V-Seeker for N. Okay, my hand was completely broke. I didn't have nothing, so N is a good one, especially if I can find finally that Sycamore. Okay, Delinquent and Ultra Ball is not that bad, definitely. Oh, there is a fat man on the other side, a Garbodor. Hopefully there's not gonna be Float Stone, at least for like a turn more, so I can maybe perform a one-hit knockout. If I can find Professor Kukui. That would be so broken. Really it would. I also have that Delinquent, so let's see. Let's see what is gonna be top deck for me. Okay, so Umbreon in the front. I can't bench my Eevee so far. Enhanced Hammer. Okay. Let's go with Ultra Ball for Enhanced Hammer and let it be that Eevee. Ah, no Shaymin. Gosh. Yeah, it's time for Flareon. No doubt about it. It's time for the Flareon. It's time for 60 at least. And it's time for the Delinquent. Okay, right now I can attack for 60, run back to my Shaymin, discard 3 cards from my opponent's hand. I know that one of 5 cards is Max Potion. 3 copies of Professor Sycamore are prized, and okay, Mega Turbo discarded. So 1 stray for 60. Retreat of course goes down to Shaymin. Gonna let my opponent knock out my Shaymin and gonna let him take 2 prize cards because my top deck it might be just the energy card. And without Float Stone, then I can go for a 180, and that's gonna be enough to knock out his Scizor. Or I can just repeat my V-Seeker for Delinquent. But probably not. Oh, a Lysandre on Flareon. Okay, so he relies the threat, and he decided to knock out my Flareon. Okay. Okay, not bad. Only one prize taken right now. Top deck is a Trainer's Mail. And Trainer's Mail is gonna be for one Crushing Hammer, so I might buy turn here if I can just knocks out energy, and I can, so I can also V-Seeker for another Delinquent. And I'm gonna just pass my turn without doing a single damage because... Or actually... I'm gonna hit with my Stray for 30 and switch down to Shaymin. Why not? If the double Course Energy is a top deck, I can always Sky Return. So my turn. And I can just pass back to my opponent. And my opponent maybe just pass back to me, maybe find something. Well, okay. Trainer's Mail top deck for me. It's gonna be for a V-Seeker. What can I do with my V-Seeker? Not too much. Same as the Ultra Ball. Yeah, I know. I can Lysandre. At least. One of his Scizors on the bench. That's gonna give me a extra time. So, what's on the other side? Your turn. Team Flare Grunt top deck. Okay, it's a decent top deck, especially if you decide to attach energy. In this situation, that's gonna be good. But, still I'm finding something better. Ultra Ball. Okay, pass. Interesting. No Trainer's Mail on the other side. No V-Seeker. 3 already played. So, we both struggle for support or draw, and we both have a very hard time finding one. So there is a energy. Is that going to be a Steel Wing? I hope it's going to be a Steel Wing, not the Retreat, because I can just surprise with my Team Flare Grunt. Of course, he can always Retreat, which is going to be a better option in my opinion, but still I can then just Flare Grunt. So, any of these two situations, one of the energy cards are going to be, okay. Mega Turbo, Retreat and Knockout. So original. So original. Gosh. Yeah, I guess I can't win without draw support. But I'm still doing my best. Oh no, he decided to Steel Wing for 20. That's gonna give me an extra turn and N as a top deck, and I'm gonna risk for one turn just Flare Grunting my opponent, and then next turn just trying to hit a dead N. Oh, if he don't have energy card, and I will assume that he don't have energy card because 7 energies in total already, 5 in Discard Pile, 2 on that Scizor. I think he run maybe 8. And there is one Crushing Hammer, come on. Oh, okay. Let's go with N. Let's go with N. Oh, come on, double Course Energy, that's fine. That's more than fine. I can just escape with my Shaymin right now. Down to my Jirachi, of course. Whew, okay. Okay. I'm still in the game. What do I need here? Let's see. I need energy attachment. I need Float Stone. And of course, Professor Kukui is gonna be a good one. Energy to Banched Scizor. Escape Rope. Oh no! Escape Rope. Okay, well played. I'm short for like a 10 to knock out his Mega Scizor here. Those 10 damage counters are gonna be from my Stardust Jirachi, or even better. Even better, what I can do here is, let's say, definitely play Professor Kukui, get me 2 cards, attach that double Course Energy to my Zorua, try to flip heads on the Crushing Hammer, of course find tails, then set up my Shaymin under the Garbodor, of course, yeah, well played, strafe down to the bench, and of course run to my Jirachi. Strafe for 50, but without Lysandre or Escape Rope, I'm gonna be fine. He also need another attacker, because next turn I can just knock him out with my Shadow Bullet for 90, and I guess that's gonna be it. I really think that's gonna be it. Overall, victory from nowhere. Gosh. So hard. Iron Crusher for 120. I always forget about that fat man on the other side. That Garbodor is just broken. Really it is. Okay, but we don't want to speak about Garbodor right now. We just want to spread 30 damage to his Scizor on the bench. And there we go. Finally, Mega Scizor knocked out. Finally. Umbreon and Crushing Hammer. Okay. So there is a Garbodor. Whew. 2 more prize to go, versus 3 prize on the other side. What do I need here? Let's see. Lysandre V-Seeker. None of these 2 cards bad. I have 1 more V-Seeker left. Oh, Max Potion. And a victory. So he decided to concede in the end. Whew. Okay, that was very intense. Really it was. Without Drow support, we managed to win. Definitely happy.